Education is not preparation for life. Education is life itself. John Dewey. Secondary school, or high school, is a classic coming-of-age experience in most everyone's lives. In this video, we will explore schooling in another country and culture. We will specifically be describing secondary school from the state school standpoint. These are government-funded schools, popularly known as public schools here. Secondary school consists of years 7 through 11. However, if a school has a sixth form, years 12 and 13 are included. Required qualifications include GCSEs and the Welsh Baccalaureate. Year 7 is the equivalent to 6th grade here. Year 8 and 9 would be middle school, and years 10 through 13 are high school. Most schools start around 8:30 and end around 3. Most schools also have uniforms similar to the one pictured on the right. The daily routine consists of lesson, morning break, lesson, assembly, lunch, lesson, and in some schools, a sixth lesson. As for breaks and holidays, the breaks for this year are shown below. Christmas holiday consists of 2 weeks. February half term, 5 days. Easter holiday is a little over 2 weeks. Summer break, or May half term, is 1 week. Summer holiday is a little less than 3 months. Autumn break, or October half term, is a little over 1 week. And Christmas holiday for 2017 is 2 weeks. Curriculum. The maths taken by students are numbers, algebra, geometry, statistics, and probability. English includes language and literature. Science includes chemistry, physics, and biology. Geography, history, religious education, also called assembly or RE. This occurs at least once a week. Students are introduced to main religious faiths, although the majority of schools spend most time teaching Christianity. Prayers and music are involved. An individual can be excused by a parent, or if over the age of 16 can excuse themselves. Information and Communication Technology, or ICT, which involves computers. Design and Technology, which includes woodwork, metalwork, textiles, food, graphics, etc. PE, or gym, in which each student receives uniform and kit for activities. Creative arts, such as art, music, drama, dance, etc. Modern foreign languages, such as French, German, Spanish, in addition to other languages. Welsh, personal, social, and health education, and citizenship, and the Welsh Baccalaureate, which is skill-based learning. Standardized testing plays a large role in both cultures. A lot of what pupils learn are geared towards these tests. In the next few minutes, we will look at the more well-known tests of these two cultures. The SAT is defined as the Scholastic Assessment Test, now called the SAT Reasoning Test, which is a test that measures the reading, writing, and math levels of high school juniors and seniors. As you can see from the recorded results below, the average score from the class of 2015 dropped slightly compared to the class of 2016. However, it is noted that the class size from 2015 who took the SATs was larger than 2016. The GCSEs, or General Certificate of Secondary Education, is a system of various exams taken in various subjects in order to get qualifications. These exams are crucial because they play a large role in an individual's future. They can determine which sixth form you go to, which classes or qualifications you'll be able to do in the sixth form, affect one's eligibility for university courses, and may limit what universities one can apply for, therefore affecting one's future career. As you can see in these compared results of the students who took these exams, although the amount of students who took the exam dropped, the scores still increased slightly. The Welsh Baccalaureate is delivered at foundation, intermediate, and advanced levels in schools and gives broader experiences than traditional learning programs to suit the diverse needs of young people. It causes students to become more confident, improve their essential and social skills, and gain a better understanding of a range of topics from enterprise to politics and current affairs. It involves two parts. The core, consisting of 5 components, i.e. essential skills, Wales/key skills, Wales, Europe and the world, work-related education, personal and social education, and the individual investigation. The second part being options, courses/programs currently offered, e.g., General Certificate of Secondary Education, GCSE, Advanced Subsidiary/Advanced AS/A levels, BTEC, Principal Learning. After completing these 2 topics, a student receives a diploma at the appropriate level. Now, in order for you to have a more concrete understanding of what schooling is like in Wales compared to here, I have interviewed 2 individuals who both attended secondary school in Wales, in addition to someone who attended high school right here at MASH. I turned to Twitter to interview Georgia Jones, who is currently a 20-year-old law student at Cardiff University in Wales. Carmen Sepulveda is currently a 22-year-old psych major at the University of Pittsburgh. What classes did you take in high school?
So there were like the basic core classes of math, history, science, and English, all 4 years. Then I also had to take gym for 4 years. I took some electives like creative writing and ceramics, and I had to take 3 computer classes, I believe. Yeah, and I took Spanish.
Which class interested you the most? Why and how?
I guess creative writing did, because I picked it since it was an elective, so I definitely wanted to be there. And most of the other people in the class also wanted to be there as much as anybody in high school could want to be there. And there's just like a lot of variety in that class, so everybody found something that they enjoyed.
How were most of your lessons formatted in the daily classroom setting?
I'm not really sure exactly what you're asking, but I mean, most of them were like a note-taking format, usually on the smart board. They would present the information. We'd be tested on it. The English classes were more discussion, typically.
Perfect. Would you say you were motivated in your studies?
It depended on the subject. In English and like history, I guess to an extent, yes. Science only if it was biology, because that was what I was interested in, and really not math at all.
Would you say you had good grades?
It did have good grades.
Were you often stressed over projects, homework, exams, etc.?
Oh yeah, especially after you get into AP classes.
What were your hobbies outside of school, clubs, sports, etc., during this time?
Marching band, the debate team. I was editor of the school newspaper. Youth group. What did I do? I had a job. I probably did more stuff, but I can't remember. Oh, Girl Scout stuff. Oh.
What type of exams did you take?
Well, they were standardized tests, state mandated. So the SSAs. I took the SAT. I would have taken the ACT, but the college I wanted to go to only required the SAT, and I got it. So.
Do you feel as if you did well on your exams?
Yeah. I got good scores, and I got into the school I wanted to go to. So, yeah. Okay.
Who was your favorite and least favorite teacher, and why were they this to you?
Oh, God. Who was my favorite teacher? I really liked Miss Kirk. She was, she taught Spanish in a way that I, responded to. I liked Miss Schilling. I don't know if I had a favorite teacher. My least favorite teacher? There's so many. Either Mr. Heil, Mr. Nehook, or Mr. Penalino, but he's actually a decent person, so I don't know.
Why were they your least favorite teachers, though?
I think part of it had to do with the subjects they taught. Like, I wasn't into math and science or anything. Especially the sciences they taught. Mr. Heil just was unpleasant. He taught history.
I know. How do you feel secondary school shaped you into the person you are today?
I don't know. I guess you form a lot of your identity in high school. Like, the friendships I've made and maintained in that time definitely influenced who I was. Teachers who encouraged me, I guess. Or discouraged me. I don't know.
Sam Rogers is a 19-year-old digital media arts student at the University of Hertfordshire. If I was a complete idiot on the topic and had no idea how it worked, how would you describe secondary school, and how would you describe the daily routine?
Secondary school life is really... what's the word here? I'm terrible at these sort of things. God, I think for the easy question, it's really linear. Like, everything is the same most weeks. You learn different things, but you always do it in the same pattern. You go in, you sit there, you leave, nice break. Go into the next room, you sit there, go into the next room, you sit there. It's really this sort of linear thing that some students it works great with, and other students it does not. How is that?
Great. What classes did you take?
I took geography, history, design and technology, IT, biology, chemistry, and physics. And we had to do English and maths as a sort of compulsory.
How were most of your lessons formatted in the daily classroom setting?
All of our classrooms are very much, you'd walk in, you'd sit down, the teacher would sort of start a presentation or write on the board what you're going to learn today, and she would walk through it, or she go through it, make sure everyone understood it, and then sort of test you on it. That worked for a lot of the classes, like chemistry, biology, history. Other ones, like geography, it was more, learning about the way things worked, especially with like the sciences as well. Just learning about how things worked.
Would you say you are motivated in your studies?
Depends what I'm learning about. If it's something that I enjoy or that interests me, then I'm always motivated. In my current studies, it's something I've always wanted to do. So it really motivates me. I don't think I've missed one class, but in secondary school, I definitely knew that I would go in. If I wasn't interested, then I wouldn't pay attention at all.
Would you say you had good grades?
I had the grades I wanted. Compared to other people, they were never the best grades. I knew that I've always struggled with learning things, especially, as I said, if I'm not interested, I don't pay attention. I've always had sort of just above average grades. So when that came to getting into university and stuff, that was a bit harder, because other people were getting like straight A's, and I've never been a straight A student. But I've never failed any of my exams. I've always passed all of them quite well, but I've never got straight A's or anything like that.
Were you often stressed over projects, homework, exams, etc.?
Homework I've never been stressed about. I have always been quite relaxed, especially when it comes to schoolwork. I've never ever thought that getting stressed helps get anywhere. If you get stressed, you panic, it affects your work. Exams are different. I always sort of stress out a bit when I'm in an exam. I think that's just natural though. Everyone does that. You start questioning if what you put down is even correct, Just a small sort of stress, but not much.
What exams did you take?
I took all the exams I had lessons in. Geography, history, all the sciences, English, maths, IT, DT, art, and the only difference is some were more practical than others. Design and technology was sort of like 50% actually written exam, and then 50% of like coursework, what we made, and they would sort of assess what we did.
Do you feel as if you did well on your exams?
I feel I did better than I always expected. I always kind of went into these exams with the impression that I would fail. I always sort of doubted myself over exams. I've never been the smartest person, but I was always really impressed with what I came out with. And yeah, it's helped me get where I am today.
Who was your favorite and least favorite teacher, and why were they this to you?
My favourite teacher was my design and technology teacher. His name was Mr. Jackman. He was always there for me. As far as teachers go, he always gave me the support I needed. He helped me with all my classes. Even if it wasn't his, if it was a problem outside of class, he was always there to help me. And as a teacher, it sort of really gave me confidence, and it sort of made me respect him a lot more. So, I always paid more attention in his class. And I got my highest grade in design and technology, and I have no question that it's because he was such a great teacher. I could just look up to him and think all the stuff that he's taught me today, I still use today, it still helps me today. But my least favourite teacher is my art teacher. Her name was Miss Strange. I never enjoyed art with her. I was a terrible artist with her. I was basically terrible at being creative, and she told me I'd never amount to anything, and that I'd probably never make it in the art world and design world, and now I design logos for people in uni.
Congratulations. How do you feel secondary school shaped you into the person you are today?
Secondary school definitely brought me out of my shell. It made me more socially confident, especially gave me more of a clear path on what I wanted to do further on in my education. It also gave me a lot of the skills that helped me move away from home. I'm from Wales, but I currently live in England for university, away from my whole family, and if it wasn't for the skills and sort of the social side of secondary school, I would have never had the confidence to move away on my own from home. And I feel like secondary school has definitely, helped me both educational-wise and social-wise in that aspect.
Secondary school is a vital role in shaping an individual for the transition to adulthood, and the way one country presents it can not only affect the individual, but our whole society. Thank you.